Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Talis Golem here with another video, and we are almost done with the set. Oh, look at this. A Mega Lopunny EX Rainbow Rare. Let's go. Nice start to the pack opening. We're still looking for a Crown Rare. Specifically, we're looking for Aegislash. Oh, that's our second Rainbow Rare Lopunny. Nice. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We are on I want to say we're on day 14 now, which is kind of cool. We're going to be finishing up this set in about a couple days now, and it looks like we're probably set to finish the set in almost exactly New Year's. So that's kind of cool. And before I get started with anything else, any other announcements, I just want to say, holy cow, we just hit 3,000 subscribers. What a crazy last 24 hours it has been. We hit 3,000 subscribers like shortly after I said we were going to have to be realistic with our expectations and like don't expect us to hit 3,000 by the end of the year. And we did it. We hit 3,000 subscribers yesterday, and we're growing really fast, honestly. I think we're way over 3,000 subscribers at this point. So that's kind of cool. I honestly don't know what to say because it's not even New Year's yet, and I was hoping to my goal was to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we're already at 3,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Okay, absolutely insane. I really don't know how to respond to it. I'm kind of like at a loss of words. I'm at a loss of words, and it's so nice to have a supportive team. People on the Discord have been really supportive. People have been commenting on my videos, and it's just been kind of crazy. You know, I wasn't expecting this much feedback. I was promoting some of my videos. I was kind of like looking to see, you know, what were some good videos to showcase to everyone on YouTube. But it was pretty interesting to me how rapidly we were growing. So it's always nice for that to happen. And like I said before, don't expect it. Don't like have your expectations be realistic. I think that's still a very important thing to keep in mind. And you know, just try your best. Try your best in life. That's about all I can say. So it is, what is it, the 29th now or the 30th of December? We're closing in on the year, folks, and it's going to be a wild next 48 hours until the end of the year. I hope that, you know, you're all doing well, spending time with family and enjoying your time with friends, because you know, it is the end of the year. We got to make the most of it, because 2025 is pretty much over, and we are looking at 2026 and just kind of having a year in review, you know. So what can I say in this video other than that? I guess I should also say that my other YouTube channel, I Sleep Too Late, hit 10,000 subscribers almost at the same time as this channel hit 3,000. And it was just really crazy to me, thinking like, wow, we got there really fast. And I was also, you know, trying to put in a lot of effort to the I Sleep Too Late channel, making sure that people knew that I created the website, and the website was doing really well. And it looks like a lot of people are enjoying the website. In fact, one thing I didn't tell y'all is that I've been looking at the analytics for this website, and there have been over 2,000 like visitors on the website just in the last 48 hours of me making it public. There have been 2,000 visitors and over 4,000 views, 4,000 page views on the website, which is absolutely insane. I was not expecting so much positive feedback, and people are submitting movesets. They're doing all this stuff. They're posting in the forums. It's kind of crazy, honestly, that we almost like we basically created a community around Hackmons. I can't believe it. Like we did create a community, and I mean the community was largely there already, but the fact that we were able to capitalize on the growing need for this website was huge. It really shows you that there's always a need for certain things in a community, right? And Pokemon is a huge game with multiple different ways to play. You can play the card game, you can play the video game, or you might not just want to play the video game. You might just want to watch the television or read the manga. You know, there's just so many ways to interact or interface with Pokemon that there's a reason why this is probably the most successful franchise in the universe. And I'm not kidding. Like there's no other company has been so successful where even someone who doesn't like anime, even someone who doesn't know that much about Pokemon knows what Pokemon is. They'll know what Pikachu is. They might even know what Venusaur is, right? That they might recognize some of these Pokemon because of how big of a deal it is. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that the success of this channel largely depends on the success of Pokemon. If Pokemon's successful, then this channel's successful, right? Because we've pretty much done nothing but upload videos on TCG Pocket, and most of the people watching my videos are coming at it from TCG Pocket. So it's important for us to be aware that Pokemon is a big organization, and the TCG Pocket universe is huge as well. It's pretty big, but it is a distinct community, a distinct audience from the rest of the Pokemon community, from my experience. There's some overlap between Pocket players and TCG card players, like the paper card players. There's definitely an overlap between that, and I think there's also an overlap between Pocket and also Pokemon TCG Online. I'm sure that there's a online platform. In fact, I know for a fact there's an online platform. I actually did play a little bit about the online platform Pokemon TCG Online with a couple friends, and it was a lot of fun. But I didn't really know too well. I didn't really understand the game that well, and it was definitely a fun game. I imagine it's similar, not exactly the same, but similar to how Pocket is. But I think instead of like there being three spaces, there's a little bit more than that, and there's some other stuff that's a little different. But this game's a lot of fun. The fact that you're guaranteed energy every turn is also really good. It makes things a lot easier, and the fact that you only need 2 copies of a card also makes it a lot easier for me to like collect cards, because I don't really need to collect like 4 copies of a card or 3 copies or whatever, right? You only need 2 copies, which makes it very reasonable to kind of get everything you need. And yeah, no, that's about it. I mean, that's all we can really ask for, right? Is just a game that we can kind of collect, enjoy, play casually. It's been kind of crazy how popular this game is, and the fact that it is so popular is honestly the reason why the subscriber count has gone up. And that's the part of the reason you're wondering why I'm talking about this. It's because of the success of the game. The success of this channel is almost directly proportional to the success of Pokemon. And so it's great that people are subscribing. It's great that people are playing. It's great that people are aware of this game, because last year this game was nominated to be one of the best mobile games, and it still probably is one of the top games out there, just making so much money each month, you know, and people are enjoying it. People actually enjoy the game. You have people who are free to play, who just collect. You have people like me who love to collect more expensive cards, who are big spenders, and you got people somewhere in the middle who mainly want to play competitively, who probably don't care too much about whether they have a crown mirror or not. But you have all these different flavors of players who play the game, who play just to open the packs, who play to get the Master Ball badge. You've got all these different people from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, and we're all just coming together playing this game. And that's one of the great things about video games in general, is like, people always say, oh, you shouldn't be playing video games, they're bad for you, right? Well, I think this is one of the few mobile games where the community is largely like decent, right? I mean, there's bad apples everywhere, but I consider the Pokemon universe to be large enough and big enough that it captures a wider audience, and that a large part of the audience, the vast majority of them, are reasonable human beings, right? Yeah, there's going to be games out there where the community or the player base is a little bit different, and it really depends on, like, you know, what type of game you're playing. But Pokemon is PG-13. It's very, you know, nice and fun, and it kind of caters towards like all ages, if that makes any sense. And that's one of the things that I really like about Pokemon TCG Pocket. That's part of the reason why I always come back to it, and why I really just enjoy having the app and making videos for y'all. And like, even though I do like to play the game off camera, I've been wanting to just play like on recording, like just record myself doing whatever I want. Because every now and then you do get a really good hit, or something random happens that you really wish you had recorded on camera. And those are the times where it's like, wow, you know what? I should be recording myself every single time. And this is also why it's important, if you're going to be a PokeTuber, to have a phone with a lot of storage. Because nowadays they don't have extra storage space. You can't put in an SD card into your phones, which is really a problem. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves about these newer phones. You can't put in like an SD card or a micro SD card into it. And that always bugged me, because I guess it's, corporate greed or whatever you want to call it. People just want to be able to use that space. Okay, they say that they're using that space where the SD card is for more efficiency, but you and I know very well they can just easily include the SD card slot easily, right? Other companies are doing it. I think Sony Xperia is still doing it. And it would be nice for people to still continue accepting SD cards, especially now that SD cards can go up to 2 terabytes. And actually, y'all might not know this, but they did do a theoretical limit on the micro SD cards, and I think 2 terabytes was the theoretical limit to how much space you could store in a micro SD card. So the fact that we've gotten so advanced in technology that we can have 2 terabyte micro SD cards is huge. And why am I talking about this? It's because, like, I love making videos. I want to have extra space on my phones. I'm not trying to advertise one's particular phone or anything, obviously. I know I did mention the Sony Xperia, but I don't have an Xperia. It would be really nice for me to get one, though. I have been thinking about it. So I'm not really just making that up. I've actually been thinking about all these things, the fact that I am making a lot of videos on my phone, the fact that I am getting more subscribers, that I have to have manageable growth, right? That's what I'm talking. One of the things that I still need to learn about YouTube is manageable growth. And I might make a separate video on manageable growth, because I think that is a very important aspect. For example, oh nice, a 2-star Mega Venusaur. For example, we've been having a lot of moveset submissions lately, and we only have like 4 of us in the admin team for the website. So we're kind of just taking turns looking through all the movesets, but eventually we're going to need to hire someone, not hire, but recruit someone who knows a lot about balanced hack bonds, and who's really good at understanding some of the metagame. Because I know just as much as other people do, and some of the people are not as experienced in that specific format. So as you start to grow, as you start to get more views, it's important to be mindful of how to manage your growth, how to make things, how to capture the audience and cater towards everyone, and making sure that your channel or your medium or whatever you're doing, your organization, is able to handle the influx of success once that success happens. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time, and thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. Wow.